What happens when you drop the entire Star Wars galaxy into the Marvel Universe? Could Jedi Masters survive the cosmic chaos of Galactus? Today we're throwing every major Star Wars character into Marvel's playground and seeing who dominates, who survives, and who gets turned into space dust. Let's start with the obvious powerhouse. Darth Vader lands squarely in Thrives. The Dark Lord of the Sith would fit perfectly into Marvel's landscape of morally complex characters and cosmic threats. His Force abilities would translate beautifully to Marvel's reality. Force choking would work on most street-level heroes. His lightsaber could cut through vibranium with enough focus, and his tactical mind would adapt quickly to new threats. Vader would probably align himself with someone like Dr. Doom, recognizing a fellow armored dictator with daddy issues and unlimited ambition. The two would respect each other's methods while constantly plotting betrayal. Vader's greatest asset in Marvel wouldn't be his power though. It would be his experience with cosmic level threats. He's faced beings who could destroy planets and lived in a galaxy where superweapons are Tuesday afternoon projects. When Galactus shows up to devour Earth, Vader wouldn't panic like most heroes. He'd start calculating how to either stop the World Eater or use the chaos to his advantage. His connection to the Force gives him a unique edge against psychic attacks too. Characters like Professor X or Emma Frost would find his mind surprisingly difficult to penetrate, protected by decades of Sith meditation and mental fortifications. Luke Skywalker falls into survives. The farm boy turned Jedi would struggle with Marvel's moral complexity. Luke thrives on hope and redemption, but Marvel's universe is filled with characters who've crossed lines that can't be uncrossed. He'd try to redeem villains like Carnage or Apocalypse and probably get himself killed in the process. His lightsaber skills and force powers would keep him alive against most threats, but his biggest weakness would be his compassion. In a universe where sometimes the only solution is permanent removal, Luke would hesitate at critical moments. He probably joined the X-Men, drawn to their message of coexistence and Professor X's dream of peaceful integration. The Force would make him incredibly valuable against psychic threats, and his precognitive abilities would save the team countless times. But Luke would constantly struggle with the darker necessities of Marvel heroism. When facing someone like the Red Skull or Mephisto, his refusal to embrace darker methods would put him at a severe disadvantage. Quick pit stop here. If you're enjoying this breakdown of galactic proportions, smash that like button and let me know in the comments which Star Wars character you think would dominate Marvel's universe the most. Your support keeps these cosmic crossovers coming. Yoda easily dominates this universe. The 900-year-old Jedi Master brings wisdom, power, and experience that few Marvel characters can match. His mastery of the Force would translate to reality manipulation on par with the Scarlet Witch or Doctor Strange. Yoda has moved massive objects with his mind, seen the future, and battled Sith Lords who could level city blocks. In Marvel terms, he's essentially a cosmic-level mystic with precognitive abilities and telekinetic powers that could stop the Hulk mid-rampage. His greatest strength wouldn't be raw power though. It would be his understanding of balance and cosmic forces. Yoda would immediately recognize the fundamental nature of Marvel's cosmic entities. He'd see Galactus not as a villain, but as a force of nature, like a cosmic storm that must be weathered rather than destroyed. This perspective would make him invaluable when dealing with abstract entities like Eternity or the Living Tribunal. The Ancient One would probably seek him out immediately, recognizing a fellow guardian of cosmic balance. Together, they'd form an unstoppable partnership, protecting reality from threats that operate beyond normal heroic understanding. Emperor Palpatine lands and hates it, and here's why. She thrives on manipulation, political maneuvering, and long-term planning. Marvel's universe moves too fast for his style of conquest. By the time he's finished corrupting one government, 3 cosmic crises have reshuffled the entire power structure. His Force lightning and Sith powers would make him formidable, but he'd constantly be frustrated by the sheer scale and chaos of Marvel's threats. Palpatine conquered a galaxy through patience and political genius. In Marvel, planets get invaded every Tuesday, reality gets rewritten monthly, and the cosmic hierarchy changes whenever a writer gets creative. He tried to manipulate organizations like S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Illuminati, but these groups are already paranoid about infiltration. Nick Fury has dealt with Skrulls, Hydra, and shape-shifting aliens for decades. A cackling old man in a hood wouldn't fool him for long. Worse yet, Palpatine's greatest weakness would be his arrogance. He'd underestimate threats like Dormammu or Mephisto, thinking he could manipulate literal demons and cosmic entities the same way he manipulated senators. That overconfidence would get him killed or transformed into something worse than death. Han Solo surprisingly survives in this new reality. The smuggler's skill set translates perfectly to Marvel's universe of cosmic adventures and morally flexible heroes. He'd immediately recognize the opportunity in a universe where alien technology crashes to Earth monthly and interdimensional travel happens through basement laboratories. Han would probably team up with someone like Rocket Raccoon, finding a kindred spirit in another trigger-happy pilot with questionable ethics and a talent for impossible escapes. His knowledge of hyperspace travel and starship engineering would make him invaluable to organizations like SWORD or the Guardians of the Galaxy. But Han's real strength would be his street smarts and survival instincts. He spent years dodging bounty hunters, Imperial forces, and crime lords across a hostile galaxy. Marvel's cosmic threats would just be Tuesday for someone who's already survived carbonite freezing and sarlacc pits. He'd adapt quickly to new rules and make contacts in the criminal underworld faster than most heroes could blink. Within months, Han would probably be running cargo between dimensions and making deals with cosmic entities. His ship might not be the Millennium Falcon, but he'd find something equally unreliable and somehow make it work. Princess Leia easily dominates through pure political genius and leadership capabilities. Marvel's heroes constantly struggle with coordination, government relations, and public perception. Leia has spent her entire life managing these exact problems on a galactic scale. She'd immediately recognized that Marvel's biggest threat isn't any single villain, it's the complete lack of effective coordination between heroic organizations. Within weeks, she'd be organizing joint operations between the Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and SHIELD. Her diplomatic skills would revolutionize how heroes interact with world governments. Instead of constantly fighting bureaucracy and public mistrust, heroes would finally have someone who understands how to navigate political systems while maintaining moral principles. Leia's tactical mind would prove invaluable during cosmic crises. She's coordinated rebellions across star systems while managing limited resources and impossible odds. Marvel's heroes would finally have someone who could plan beyond the next battle and think in terms of long-term consequences. Her force sensitivity would be the cherry on top, giving her precognitive flashes during crucial negotiations and the ability to sense deception in political opponents. Obi-Wan Kenobi sits comfortably in Thrives. The master of defensive lightsaber combat would excel in a universe where heroes constantly face overwhelming odds and impossible situations. His greatest asset wouldn't be his blade work or force powers, though both would serve him well against street-level threats. It would be his unshakable calm and tactical brilliance under pressure. Obi-Wan has faced down armies, negotiated with crime lords, and survived Order 66 through pure adaptability and strategic thinking. Marvel's chaotic landscape would suit him perfectly. He'd probably align with Captain America, recognizing a fellow soldier who fights for principles rather than glory. The two would form an unstoppable partnership, combining Steve's shield work with Obi-Wan's lightsaber mastery and precognitive abilities. But where Obi-Wan would truly shine is in mentorship. Marvel's younger heroes desperately need guidance from someone who understands the weight of responsibility and the cost of heroism. Spider-Man would benefit enormously from Obi-Wan's wisdom about power and responsibility. The Jedi Master has trained other young heroes and knows how to channel raw talent into disciplined skill. His experience with fallen apprentices would make him invaluable when dealing with heroes who've turned to the dark side or been corrupted by cosmic forces. Mace Windu lands and survives, but his rigid adherence to Jedi doctrine would constantly put him at odds with Marvel's more flexible heroes. His lightsaber skills are unmatched, and his unique connection to both light and dark sides of the Force would give him an edge against supernatural threats. Windu could probably go toe-to-toe with characters like Iron Fist or Doctor Strange in pure combat ability. His Shatterpoint technique, which lets him see fractures in anything from objects to battle plans, would make him incredibly valuable during large-scale conflicts. He'd spot the weak points in enemy strategies and cosmic threats that other heroes would miss completely. The problem is Windu's inflexibility. He operates in absolutes in a universe that demands compromise and creative solutions. He'd clash with characters like Tony Stark or Nick Fury, who regularly bend rules and make morally questionable decisions for the greater good. Windu would see their methods as corrupting and dangerous, leading to constant friction within heroic organizations. His inability to adapt to changing circumstances would eventually put him in situations where his rigid principles become liabilities rather than strengths. Count Dooku easily dominates through sheer political acumen and Sith mastery. The former Jedi turned separatist leader brings a combination of lightsaber excellence, force lightning, and political manipulation that few Marvel villains could match. His greatest strength would be his ability to present himself as a reasonable alternative to existing power structures while secretly orchestrating their destruction. Dooku would probably target organizations like the Illuminati or S.H.I.E.L.D., presenting himself as a reformed Sith who wants to help Earth prepare for cosmic threats. His aristocratic bearing and genuine knowledge of galactic-scale warfare would make him incredibly persuasive to world leaders desperate for solutions to superhuman problems. By the time heroes realized his true agenda, he'd already have half the world's governments under his influence. His lightsaber skills would let him hold his own against heavy hitters like Thor or the Hulk, while his force powers would give him advantages against psychic attackers. Dooku's experience with cosmic-level conflicts would make him invaluable during crises, right up until he inevitably betrays everyone for his own agenda. Qui-Gon Jinn falls into hates it category. The maverick Jedi Master would be constantly frustrated by Marvel's bureaucratic hero organizations and their tendency to react to threats rather than prevent them. Qui-Gon operates on instinct and follows the living force, which would put him at odds with the systematic approaches favored by groups like the Avengers or S.H.I.E.L.D. His unconventional methods and willingness to bend rules would initially seem like a good fit for Marvel's more flexible heroes, but Qui-Gon's spiritual approach to problem solving would clash with the scientific and tactical mindsets that dominate Marvel heroism. He'd see deeper patterns and connections that others miss, but struggle to communicate these insights to heroes who want concrete plans and measurable results. Worse yet, his tendency to trust in the Force would put him at severe disadvantage against Marvel's more calculating villains. Characters like Doctor Doom or Loki would exploit his spiritual nature, using his beliefs against him in ways that would leave him constantly second-guessing his instincts. Chewbacca thrives through pure loyalty and mechanical genius. The Wookiee warrior would immediately recognize the value of strong partnerships in Marvel's dangerous universe. His bond with Han would translate perfectly to the buddy cop dynamics that drive many Marvel team relationships. Chewie's technical skills would make him invaluable to any organization dealing with alien technology or cosmic threats. His ability to repair and modify advanced systems under combat conditions would revolutionize how heroes maintain their equipment. More importantly, his unwavering loyalty would provide stability in a universe where heroes constantly question each other's motives and methods. Characters like the Hulk or Wolverine, who struggle with trust issues, would find Chewbacca's straightforward friendship deeply reassuring. His warrior culture background would give him common ground with fighters like Thor or the Warriors 3, while his technical expertise would earn respect from genius-level intellects like Reed Richards or Tony Stark. The Mandalorian bounty hunters like Boba Fett and Jango Fett land squarely in Survives. Their combination of advanced technology, combat training, and mercenary pragmatism would serve them well in Marvel's morally complex landscape. They'd probably operate as high-end contractors, taking jobs from organizations like S.H.I.E.L.D. or private clients who need problems solved quietly. Their Mandalorian armor would provide protection against most street-level threats, while their jetpacks and weapons would give them tactical advantages in urban combat. The Fetts' greatest strength would be their adaptability and professional approach to conflict. They don't get emotionally invested in causes or ideologies, which would protect them from the psychological manipulation that destroys many Marvel characters. They'd study their targets, prepare appropriate countermeasures, and execute missions with ruthless efficiency. However, their mercenary nature would also be their weakness. In a universe where cosmic threats regularly reshape reality, pure professionalism has limits. They'd struggle against opponents who operate beyond conventional understanding of combat and tactics. Jabba the Hutt dominates through criminal empire management and political corruption. The crime lord's business model would translate perfectly to Marvel's underworld, where alien technology and superhuman abilities create countless new opportunities for illegal enterprise. Jabba would quickly establish himself as a power broker between Earth's criminal organizations and cosmic criminal elements. His palace would become a neutral meeting ground where villains could negotiate deals and heroes could gather intelligence. His greatest asset would be his understanding of how to profit from chaos and conflict. Every superhero battle creates opportunities for salvage. Every cosmic crisis generates demand for black market goods, and every government cover-up requires middlemen who ask no questions. Jabba would position himself at the center of these networks, becoming indispensable to both heroes and villains. His criminal empire would provide funding for heroic organizations through shell companies, while simultaneously supplying villains with the resources they need for their schemes. General Grievous falls into the dead category, and it's not even close. The cyborg general's entire combat strategy relies on intimidation, superior numbers, and fighting opponents who follow Jedi codes of honor. Marvel heroes don't play by those rules. His lightsaber collection and spinning blade techniques would be impressive for about 30 seconds before someone like Iron Man analyzed his movement patterns and exploited his mechanical limitations. Grievous's cybernetic body, while formidable against clone troopers, would be hopelessly outmatched against Marvel's heavy hitters. The Hulk would treat him like a particularly annoying robot. Thor's lightning would fry his circuits, and any decent technopath could probably shut him down remotely. His tactical programming assumes opponents who will engage in honorable single combat rather than team up and use creative strategies. The moment he faces multiple heroes working together, his limited AI would be overwhelmed by variables his programming never accounted for. Grand Admiral Thrawn represents a fascinating case in the dominates tier. The Chiss tactical genius would immediately recognize Marvel's greatest weakness, the complete lack of strategic coordination between heroic factions. His art-based psychological analysis would give him unprecedented insight into human and alien psychology, allowing him to predict and counter heroic responses with terrifying accuracy. Thrawn would probably position himself as a military consultant to world governments, offering solutions to the superhuman problem that politicians desperately want to hear. His plans would account for every variable, from individual hero psychology to cosmic threat patterns. By the time heroes realized they were being manipulated, Thrawn would have already restructured Earth's defensive capabilities according to his own specifications. His greatest strength would be his patience and long-term thinking in a universe where most conflicts are resolved through immediate action and overwhelming force. Ahsoka Tano slides into the thrives category through pure adaptability and moral flexibility. The former Jedi has already proven she can operate outside traditional structures and make hard choices that pure Jedi doctrine wouldn't allow. Her dual lightsabers would give her advantages against multiple opponents, while her Force abilities are refined enough to handle cosmic-level threats without being overwhelmed. She'd probably gravitate toward the Defenders or street-level heroes who focus on protecting civilians rather than grand cosmic battles. Her experience walking away from the Jedi Order would make her invaluable to heroes struggling with institutional loyalty versus personal conscience. Characters like Daredevil or Spider-Man would find her perspective refreshing, someone who understands the weight of responsibility without the baggage of rigid organizational thinking. Ahsoka's greatest asset would be her ability to see through deception and manipulation, skills that would serve her well against Marvel's more cunning villains. Kylo Ren lands firmly in hates it, and his unstable personality would be his downfall. Ben Solo's internal conflict and rage issues would make him a prime target for Marvel's psychological manipulators. Characters like Purple Man or Mephisto would exploit his emotional instability, turning his power against heroes or corrupting him beyond redemption. His lightsaber skills are formidable, but his fighting style relies on overwhelming aggression rather than tactical precision. Against disciplined opponents like Captain America or trained fighters like Iron Fist, his uncontrolled fury would become a liability. The Force abilities are there, but his inability to maintain focus during combat would leave him vulnerable to coordinated attacks. Worse yet, his desperate need for validation and belonging would make him easy prey for villain recruitment. Organizations like Hydra or the Hand would promise him the structure and purpose he craves, only to use his powers for their own ends. Rey surprisingly dominates through raw potential and rapid adaptation. Her ability to download combat skills and force techniques through psychic connection would be absolutely broken in Marvel's universe. Every fight against a skilled opponent would make her stronger. Every encounter with a new threat would add to her capabilities. She'd probably start at street level, but within months, she'd be handling cosmic threats through pure ability absorption. Her scavenger background would serve her well in a universe where alien technology crashes to Earth regularly. She'd recognize valuable components and understand their applications faster than most scientists. The real game changer would be her force healing abilities, something Marvel heroes desperately need. Characters who've been permanently injured or affected by cosmic radiation would find her powers invaluable for recovery and restoration. Supreme Leader Snoke falls into dead faster than you can say hologram. The ancient darkside user brings impressive force powers and centuries of experience, but his physical frailty would be exploited immediately by Marvel's more direct villains. His reliance on manipulation and long-term planning would crumble against opponents who prefer immediate, overwhelming violence. Characters like the Hulk or Juggernaut don't care about psychological warfare, they just smash things until problems go away. Snoke's greatest weakness would be his arrogance and assumption that darkside power automatically grants superiority. Marvel's villains have dealt with reality warpers, cosmic entities, and abstract concepts made flesh. An old man with telekinesis and lightning wouldn't impress them for long. His tendency to underestimate opponents based on their apparent power levels would get him killed by someone he considered beneath his notice. The Ewoks surprisingly thrive through guerrilla warfare and tribal unity. Their experience defeating the Empire's best troops would serve them well against cosmic invaders who underestimate primitive tactics. They'd probably establish themselves on some forgotten corner of Earth, creating a hidden sanctuary for refugees from cosmic conflicts. Their trap-making skills and knowledge of forest warfare would make them valuable allies for heroes who need to disappear from overwhelming threats. Plus, their ability to turn everyday objects into deadly weapons would impress even the most resourceful Marvel heroes. They'd become the ultimate backup plan, a group that could survive and resist even if all conventional heroes fell. From Sith Lords reshaping cosmic politics to Ewoks setting traps for Galactus, Star Wars characters would fundamentally transform Marvel's universe. The Force users dominate through reality manipulation, the politicians thrive through strategic thinking, and even the underdogs find ways to survive cosmic chaos.